Ever wanted to get an A for GP but don't know how? As someone who has been consistently getting a D for GP and just passing my language and content marks, my paper has always been filled with red markings. But I am going to show you how you can improve and get your A for GP using Notion. You can download this free Notion template down in the description box below. Let's go! Once you open up the template, you should see that there are two sections. We'll be focusing on the bottom section for now first. Clicking into the Science and Technology page, for example, I've broken it down into AI, the Internet, and others. Now, if we were to click into the AI page, you can see there are three different pages: content, news, and essay. Clicking into the content page, this is where you want to write everything you know about the topic. For instance, I've written down the definitions of technology and AI, included trends of AI, such as ethical issues with AI companions, challenges with regulating AI, etc. You want to also write down some other aspects of AI, for instance, characteristics of AI, types of AI, misconceptions about AI. This is where you want to write down all your research about the topic, which will really help in crafting out your arguments for essays. I like to use this toggle function to hide or open the research that I've done. Now, if you're someone like me who really hates reading the news or just want to watch your Netflix video, trust me, using this news page will really help in consolidating different news articles that you read, helping you see the point in reading more articles. Going back to the news page, once you click inside, you're going to see a database with three different headers: title, upload your link, and also questions. Basically, after reading a news article or watching a Netflix documentary that you like, copy and paste the title inside the database along with the link. For instance, in this example, I am reading a commentary about how AI isn't ready to dispel fake news. Next, you want to open up the page that you just made for the article and write out a summary of what you just read. This will be especially helpful if you are someone who always forgets about what you just read. It also helps to build up your example bank that you can use. Here, I'm just writing out what are LLM's problems and hope of using AI to fact check. Now, if there's a word, phrase, or term that you don't understand, a tip is to copy and paste the definition or meaning of the word and write a comment on it. For instance, here I'm inserting a comment on LLM's large language models. This is especially helpful in building up your vocabulary, especially when reading different news articles. This was often a struggle I faced, as I often didn't know where to write the vocabulary I learned or summaries from different news articles. Here, you can just write it all down inside this database and refer to it after. Lastly, for the essay page, write down every essay question that you have attempted from the topic. In this case, for the essay question of to what extent is artificial intelligence replacing the role of humans, write out an essay outline such as your supporting paragraph, AI replaces the role of humans, your against paragraph, AI does not replace the role of humans, and your synthesis paragraph. Trust me, after doing this, you'll have built up a whole bank of essay outlines that you can just retrieve during your preparation stage of A-levels. Now, going back to the homepage, I've included some other examples, such as in education, some of the traits of Singapore affecting how we view education. In addition, if you scroll down, there is also a other topics page where I've included the topic on migration. You can continue adding other topics inside this page as well. So just to recap, you want to continue repeating this process for all the different topics: content, news, and essay. If it helps, you can also include common intro and conclusion paragraphs that you like for each of the different topics. Now we move on to the next section. Under the predictions page, try and analyze different past year questions from A-levels or even your past year school prelim questions, and identify topics or trends you see more of and write them down in this page. You never know that you might just be able to predict the next A-level question. Next, under writing rubrics, you can try and understand your Paper 1 and Paper 2 AQ writing rubrics and scan and upload them into ChatGPT. Try and understand each of the different bands and understand why is it that you might only be attaining a certain band instead of the highest band 5. Comparing with the band 1, the lowest band, can also help you to understand why is it that you are making certain mistakes. Next, under writing techniques, write down the various techniques that you have learned. For instance, question analysis methods, tips such as not hijacking the question, comparison criteria, and even synthesis techniques as well. Next, under characteristics of Singapore, write down the different traits of Singapore such as small, lack of natural resources, meritocratic society. List all of them down and include different explanations for all the different traits. This will be especially helpful for your AQ. Next, under the weakness page, write down some of the weaknesses you have for both paper 1 and paper 2. For instance, I wrote down, I have trouble paraphrasing ideas accurately for summary for paper 2. To improve on this, I included a word bank page at the bottom below. How this works is basically I have a whole database of my words and synonyms. For instance, writing stress, and the synonym of stress is anxiety. Another example is important, and the synonym of that is significant. On the third column, you can see that I'm selecting various different types, such as common paraphrases, negative connotations, positive connotations, and quantifiables. This will be helpful in writing down the common words that you see in comprehension passages, and especially if you struggle with thinking of a synonym for the word. Quantifiables are also very common in summaries where you have to accurately paraphrase the meaning of the word. Some common examples include increasing, decreasing. Learn how to paraphrase these different quantifiables. You can also use the filter function at the top right-hand corner if you just want to focus on learning certain words, such as focusing on the common paraphrases. Next, for stakeholders, you want to write out the different functions of the various stakeholders. For instance, what does one stakeholder have that the other does not? Are there differences even within each stakeholder? For instance, in countries that are small versus large, developing, developed. Make these comparisons and write out all your different research inside the different pages. Next, we move on to the very last page, questions to ask. I included this page because I think it's incredibly important for you to consolidate a list of questions that you have to ask your teacher during consults. Try to also book your consult slots early, as I only started booking my consult 3 weeks before my A-levels and wish I started way earlier because of how helpful the consult sessions were. Also, going through your past essays with your teacher helps a lot in identifying your weaknesses and key mistakes that you may not know about. I hope this video was helpful for you, and if it was, please subscribe, like this video, and hope you stay tuned for more study tips. Bye bye!